What's up, guys? My name's Cheese, and I'm going to show you guys how to survive in Project Zomboid. That's right. This video series is going to be strictly to teach you how to survive. Now, you guys might not be aware of who I am if you don't watch a lot of Twitch. I stream Project Zomboid almost every day over on Twitch, and I'm not your average Project Zomboid player. I took my character Bill Murray on a completely vanilla run, and we got 100,000 kills. We cleared the mall, the military base, the prison without taking a single bit of first aid damage. I was the first person to collect all of the spiffos hidden throughout Erie Country, and I did it on Insane Pop. First person to collect all of the spiffos on the re-hidden Erie Country scavenger hunt. I was the first person to beat Facility 7 Insurgents mode. I was the first person to beat Facility 7 Test Tube Escape mode. And I've played this game, let me check my Steam. At the time of this recording, I've played this game 2,844 hours since March of 2021. So I am not your average Project Zomboid player. I have thrown myself at this game, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do what I did. So this is going to be a whole series about how to pick a good build, how to make a powerful build, how to fight zombies, how to survive a long time. I'm not a sneak player. I'm going to teach you guys how to fight, how to overcome zombies, how to kill hordes. We're not going to sneak around and hide. We're going to chat around and kill everything. So we're going to start. This is episode 1. We're going to be talking about our best build. All right, guys, here we are at the build menu. As you can see, there's lots of different professions and lots of different traits and lots of different things. This is the build I'm going to recommend. This is if my friend came to me and said, "Hey, Cheese," and I said, "What, friend?" And they said, "I want to start playing Project Zomboid, but there's so many professions and traits and negatives. I'm completely overwhelmed and I don't know what to choose." Well, I've got just the build for you, my friend. So we're going to start with a burglar. Burglar's really great. They allow you to be able to hotwire cars right away, which is really cool. You have a less chance of breaking locks on windows, which means it's easier for you to open house windows. It starts you with level 2 in light-footed. We don't really care. Level 2 in sneaking. We don't really care. What really is great, though, is the number 2 they start you with in nimble. Now, nimble is how fast you walk in combat stance, or how fast you walk when you're holding your aim button and trying to fight zombies. So the higher you're nimble, the easier it'll make it for you to move around and fight zombies. So we really want this number to get up as high as possible. And the way Project Zomboid works is if you start with 1 in a skill, you'll start at level 1 with a 75% boost to that skill's XP, which means you'll level up faster. If you start with level 2, like we have here in Nimble, we'll start with 100% boost. So that means we're going to level up even faster. And if you were to start with level 3 in a skill, it gives you 125 to that boost. So this is we're going to go with Burglar as our profession. Then we're going to take some negatives and some positives. So let's go through those. We're going to take High Thirst. All that means is you're going to need to drink more water. Now, at first, that might sound a bit intimidating, especially if you know that the water does go out within a random time, sometime in the first 30 days. But there's water everywhere in this game. There's lakes, there's rivers, every single toilet, bathtub, water dispenser has water. There's water all over the place. So as soon as you can find yourself a water bottle or anything you can hold water in, High Thirst is essentially free points. Slow Healer. It does take you longer to heal. And as a new player, you're probably going to be taking some injuries. So that might not seem great. But most likely, as you're learning this game and in the beginning, if you get hurt, you're most likely going to die. It's going to be like, oh, I got scratched, I got bit, and you're going to die. So the amount of time it takes you to heal is probably not going to matter as you're learning as a new player. I run Slow Healer now, but I run it more because I don't often take damage, so it's basically free points. Disorganized. This makes every single container in the game, whether it's your backpack, your car seats, your car trunk, a cabinet, a box, every single container in the game holds less stuff, has a smaller inventory. This is an extremely annoying trait to live with. I don't like taking this trait, but it's basically free points. All this means, like when you're out looting, as you can't carry as much stuff, you'll have to go home and drop your stuff off more often. But that's actually a really good thing for new players to learn. You don't want to be walking around encumbered in this game. It makes you extremely slow. It makes your combat extremely more difficult. So I think this is actually a great trait to learn with. So disorganized is we're taking it. Prone to illness. You're more sick. You're more prone to catching a cold or getting sick if you're outside in the rain or in the cold. And it increases the rate at which you zombify. It doesn't increase the chance that you're going to become a zombie at all. But if you're going to become a zombie, say you get a laceration and you're turning into a zombie, that's going to be faster, that process. But in the end, you're dying anyway, so who cares? If it takes you 2 days to die or 24 hours, does that really make any difference? This is basically free points. Weak stomach. You cannot eat rotten food, burned food, bad food. Just stay away from the nasty, gross, rotten, or burned food. Completely fine. Free points. Short-sighted. What this does is it nerfs your foraging range, or the perception circle you have around it when you're foraging, and it takes you longer to find stuff foraging. So as a new player, again, basically free points. And slow reader. It takes you longer to read the skill books. This can be a bit annoying, especially in multiplayer, but I'm running this in multiplayer right now, and it's really not even that bad. It takes you a little bit longer to read. No big deal. This is Burglar. This is our profession. This allows us to hotwire. Less chance of breaking windows. We already talked about this. Dexterous. I believe it's 30%. You transfer items from containers to your inventory, or from your inventory to containers or the ground or wherever. You transfer items 30% faster. This is just a nice quality of life trait. I really like Dexterous. I hate to play without it, especially in multiplayer where you can't fast forward time. Fit is obviously your fitness. It allows you to run longer, which I don't recommend, by the way, unless you really need to run. Most of the time in this game you want to walk, but it allows you to fight longer is what's really more important. Keen hearing. Now, keen hearing is very important. I think this is actually the best positive trait in the game for keeping you alive for a long time. What this does is it makes the perception circle around your character twice as large. So you can literally see zombies coming from behind you or to your side where you're not looking from twice as far away. It's literally like having eyes in the back of your head. Keen hearing is a must-have in any build as far as I'm concerned. And Stout. Now, Stout is your melee damage, your carry weight, your knockback. All of that stuff is based on your strength. So we're taking Stout. It's going to make you more powerful. It's going to make you stronger in melee. It's going to make you able to carry more stuff. This is definitely an amazing trait. And there we go. That is the build. This is what I would recommend to a new player. I wouldn't recommend this so much to an experienced player. But if my friend came to me, like I said, and was like, hey, Cheese, I don't want to figure out all this build stuff. What do you recommend? This is the build I would give them. I could spawn in with this build and live for a really long time. This is a great build. Now, what I would say here is if you've gotten a little bit better at the game and you're kind of reasonable and you're able to go around and loot some stuff and you're not really having a hard time finding cigarettes, what you could do is you could add Smoker to this build. Now that gives you, now you're up to 5 free points. I wouldn't use the extra point you have to take Speed Demon, although it's tempting. It just makes your cars way, way louder and faster. In this game, it's really, really easy to die in your car. Isometric games, I don't think, lend themselves to very fast driving, and it just makes your car super loud. So I would not recommend taking Speed Demon with that extra point. It's kind of a trap.
It's a trap!
But if you take Smoker, now we have an extra 5 points we could spend. So we could either take Baseball Player, which would give us a weapon specialization in Long Blunt. That'll start us with level 1 in Long Blunt with a 75% boost to Long Blunt XP. Now, this is really important. Once we get to talking about surviving for a long time, getting 100,000 kills, being able to, destroy hordes, that's all about getting some weapon XP up, some weapon skill up to about 5. Then you're really going to start seeing how you can just shred through a bunch of zombies. So you could either add Baseball Player with that, or you could take Dexterous off and you could add Brawler, which would give you Axe at 1 with a 75% and a Long Blunt at 1 with a 75% boost. So But again, these are only once you're starting to be able to survive for a while. Maybe you're, in your runs, you're like, oh, I went and looted the not the grocery store, the gas station, and I have a bunch of cigarettes, or you've killed some zombies and you notice that you're getting cigarettes, and you think, oh yeah, I could probably take Smoker, because really all Smoker does is you start to get stressed out if you haven't smoked in a while, so you have to smoke, and if you don't smoke for too long, your guy starts to get depressed, and then that slows down all of your actions. So not your combat speed or anything like that, but like how long it would take you to reload a gun, or how long it takes you to transfer things, or how long it takes you to basically do anything else in the game. It takes longer and longer as you get more depressed. So again, I wouldn't add Smoker and Brawler until you're more comfortable. I would start out with this build in the beginning, and then eventually, if you want to upgrade from this build, you can add in the Smoker, and then either baseball player and take out Dexterous, or you can add in Brawler. But those are the builds I would recommend. If you guys learned anything today, do me a favor, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and come back for some more. In the next episode, we're going to be covering basic combat tips. I hope you come back for that one. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Cheese.